The battle for Coimbatore is intensifying with each passing day. After the Prime Minister's mega campaign, today the India Bloc has put up a united front in the high-profile constituency. Rahul Gandhi and MK Stalin have shared the stage and campaigned for the alliance candidate Ganapati. The two stalwart leaders did not leave any opportunity to target Prime Minister Modi and the BJP. Listen in to what they said.
So it is always a pleasure for me to come here and speak to you. Today, there is an ideological war taking place in India, because soon a storm is going to come in India and this Narendra Modi is going to be ejected from the government.
ஊழலை பத்தி பேசுறதுக்கு பிரதமர் வெட்கப்பட வேண்டாமா? ஊழலுக்கு ஒரு யூனிவர்சிட்டி கட்டனா அதுக்கு வேந்தரா இருக்கக்கூடியவர் யாருன்னு கேட்டீங்கன்னா அவருக்கு தான் அந்த தகுதி முழுசா இருக்கு. தேர்தல் பத்திரம்னு ஒரு நடைமுறையை கொண்டு வந்து ஊழலை சட்டபூர்வமாக்கினது யாரு? நீங்க தானே. மற்ற கட்சிகளும் அதுல நிதி வாங்கி இருக்கோம்னா நீங்க அந்த நடைமுறையை கொண்டு வந்ததுதான் காரணம்.
Meanwhile, BJP's Tamil Nadu chief has been booked for campaigning beyond 10 p.m. A complaint has been registered against the Coimbatore candidate for violating the model code of conduct for the late campaign. At least 7 people were injured after supporters of the BJP and DMK clashed in Tamil Nadu's Coimbatore over the timing of BJP candidate K. Annamalai's election campaign. This altercation erupted last night when DMK members questioned Annamalai's campaign extending beyond the permitted 10 p.m. limit. At least 7 people have been hospitalized after a fight broke out between the DMK and BJP workers. However, Annamalai remains unfazed by the complaint and said that there was no restriction on meeting people post 10 p.m. Listen into the war of words.
7.5.1 rule என்ன சொல்லுதுன்னா, ஒரு கேண்டிடேட் வந்து முறையாக அனுமதி பெற வேண்டும், அப்ளிகேஷன் டைமுக்கு கொடுக்கணும், லவுட் ஸ்பீக்கர் பயன்படுத்துற மாதிரி இருந்தா அப்ளிகேஷன் கொடுத்து அது தனி பர்மிஷன் வாங்கணும். 7.5.2 ஒரு பப்ளிக் அட்ரஸ் சிஸ்டமோ லவுட் ஸ்பீக்கரோ நைட்டு 10 மணியிலிருந்து 6 மணி வரைக்கும் பயன்படுத்தக்கூடாது. 7.5.3 கடைசிக்கு 2 நாட்கள் பயன்படுத்தக்கூடாது, 48 மணி நேரம். 10 மணிக்கு மேல ஒரு கேண்டிடேட் மக்களை சந்திக்க கூடாதுன்னு எங்கேயுமே கிடையாது. எலெக்ஷன் கமிஷனுடைய கைட்லைனோ, ஏன்னா இன்வேரியபிளி இத்தனை நாளா நம்ம பிரச்சாரம் முடியறக்கே நைட்டு 12, 1 மணி 1:30 எல்லாம் ஆயிருக்கு.
Mr. Annamalai is unleashing a reign of terror in the city of Coimbatore. He is inciting riots because he knows he is going to lose this election.
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
All right, let's take this across to our guest. Joining us is Gopal, Agarwal of the BJP national spokesperson, continuing to be with us. Of course, we have Mr. R. Rajgopalan, senior journalist, joining us. Gandhi is the DMK spokesperson, joining us on the show. Let me quickly take off from what Mr. MK Stalin has launched in terms of the attack on the Prime Minister. We've just heard Gopal Agarwal. Mr. MK Stalin said that the Prime Minister is the Chancellor of the University of Corruption, no action on CAG reports. It appears that the fight over corruption is being taken forward by the DMK by attacking the Prime Minister. Please respond to this allegation coming in from Mr. Stalin.
The thing is that, Madhav, we have to understand that every opposition leader has been under the charge of corruption. Several of their leaders are in jail. The topmost leaders either are in jail or on bail. They have been indulging in corruption right, left, right and center. And the whole India alliance, that Gathbandhan is a thugbandhan that has come together. Their only purpose is to protect their family businesses, their family assets, or their families going into facing the corruption charges. And the Prime Minister has said very categorically, if you look into the last 8 or 10 years of Prime Minister Modi's rule in the center, he has taken the fight against corruption to the ground. And he has said committed that the biggest problem in the country is corruption. We saw how before 2014 the opposition leaders indulge in corruption. Their leaders, whether it is Kavita or K. Kavita or others, are clearly under the charge. Even the courts have accepted, courts have given their verdict, observations that the prima facie the charges of corruption are there on their leaders. So whether it is excise.
Let me bring in Mr. Pugar Gandhi on that. Mr. Pugar Gandhi, in fact, the BJP has also raked up the question of electoral bonds. For instance, the 616 crores that the DMK itself have received, for instance, from lottery king Santiago Martin. That itself, they say, is a sign of the corruption within the DMK. Your response to that?
No, not at all, Madhav. It doesn't mean that DMK is corrupt. We received the electoral bonds during the years when we are not in power, because we are out of power from 2011 to 2021. So, and all these electoral bonds were given to us, that is, lottery king or whoever may be, between 2017 and 2020 when we are not in power. Therefore, when we receive an electoral bond when we are not in power, means that we cannot do any favor to these particular parties. Whereas, as far as BJP is concerned, BJP is the mother of corruption. And all the electoral bonds which they have received is for quid pro quo and for selling the national assets. If you see the disinvestment process, the whole disinvestment process started in the year 2016 and accelerated in the year 2017. And in these years, only the electoral bonds are issued. Therefore, the whole design of BJP is to sell these national assets to its cronies and receive the kickbacks in the form of the electoral bonds. Even when we talk about the China encroaching upon the territory of India, honestly, we need to suspect whether these guys are having any understanding between the Chinese government and Indian government, whether they are paying through companies to the BJP through electoral bonds. This is the kind of menace they have actually created in this whole world. And BJP is the mother of corruption, and even the CAG has flagged corruption of 7.5 lakh crore rupees. That is the loss of 7.5 lakh crore rupees in the Dwarka Express Highway.
Yeah, so but let me come back to the issue though that we were debating. It's a big fight that we're seeing in Coimbatore. This is of course what the Chief Minister said, so I just wanted to begin the debate with that. But I want to ask you right now, Mr. Rajgopal, at the end of the day, it's a massive fight, and clearly the fact that Rahul Gandhi and MK Stalin have put up a joint front. We have seen, of course, undoubtedly the Prime Minister also campaign on ground for Annamalai. This is perhaps the biggest battle that we are seeing in Tamil Nadu play out, with the biggest national faces and national parties pulling out all the stops. What really are we seeing happening over here in Coimbatore? Mr. Rajgopal.
The reason is aggressive campaign of Mr. Narendra Modi. That has given a problem and also a kick for the Dravidian parties. That is why both the Dravidian parties have joined together and ensured that Annamalai is defeated. That Annamalai has already said this. And apart from that, in the recent past, Madhav, I have been closely watching. The Dravidian movement is fading away. The Dravidian ideology is fading away. That is why Rajinikanth wanted to come into the picture. Now that space has been taken over by BJP. Therefore, it's an ideological war in Tamil Nadu taking place between Hindutva and Dravidian movement. That is the reason why DMK and ADMK are joined together to defeat Mr. Annamalai and other BJP candidates in Tamil Nadu. And apart from that, this corruption university of Mr. MK Stalin has mentioned, Annamalai has replied yesterday stating that that university should be named as MK Stalin University. And second thing, why Prime Minister flagged two issues, sand mafia and drug mafia? Why Mr. Stalin avoided answering those questions?
Mr. Gandhi, would like to respond?
What is he talking about, sand mafia and drug mafia? And if when the Mr. Narendra Modi is using EDs to raid and arrest the opposition leaders, why can't they use the EDs to investigate the sand mafias? What is the understanding between the sand mafia and Mr. Narendra Modi? And as far as the drug issue is concerned, in Gujarat, in Mundra port, 21,000 crore rupees worth of drug is being seized. That is the largest seizure of drug in the history of the world. and this particular port is managed by Mr. Narendra Modi's friend, Mr. Adani. What is the answer for that? Let Mr. Rajagopal explain that.
Amir is giving statements. That answer, Mr. Pugar Gandhi should answer that.
You please explain. I'm talking about the largest hall of drugs being seized from Mr. Adani's port. And what is the understanding between Mr. Adani and Mr. Narendra Modi? Please explain that. And as far as Mr. Annamalai is concerned, Annamalai is a joke in Tamil Nadu. We don't even give it. Our fight is against Mr. Narendra Modi.
Okay. Joke or serious threat, perhaps we'll know only on the June 4th. But Gopal Agarwal, since the pointed questions are towards BJP, quick response from you, please.
Madhav, we have to understand what is the opposition politics. They want to divide people on the religion. Now they want to divide north-south. And they want to divide how Prime Minister has been working towards the upliftment and integration of the Tamil Nadu and the development of the Tamil Nadu. He has been talking about the way Tamil Nadu's cultural heritage, cultural contribution to the country has to be highlighted, whether it's the Tamil language, a rich Tamil language, or the people from Tamil Nadu coming to Kashi, Kashi Sangam, Tamil Saurashtra Sangam, the way development issues are being taken place to the south, what the Tamil people, this opposition is doing. They are now talking about the north-south divide. They want to divide, and whether it's religion or geography, that is the only way. And now the people of Tamil Nadu have seen a way change. They know how the Prime Minister is respecting their culture, their language, their contribution to the country, their rich history. And the Tamil Nadu was bogged down by this divisive politics.
Okay.
We understand how the Kachatibu island was given away to Sri Lanka.
Right.
So how people of Tamil Nadu were undermined, whether it is...
Outreach has happened. Okay, Pugar Gandhi, outreach has happened that at multiple levels the Prime Minister has shown his presence. It's not just a one-off. He has been visiting Tamil Nadu. He has been talking about the respect that Tamil Nadu's culture has received, particularly in the parliament, etc. All of these have been arguments that the BJP is making, and all of that cannot be just brushed under the carpet is what they say. Please respond.
This is nothing but the double standards of the Honorable Prime Minister. When he goes to Rameshwaram, he says Rameshwaram is a Punya Bhumi. But when he goes to Uttar Pradesh, he says, I don't want to contest from Rameshwaram because Rameshwaram is a Pava Bhumi. This is what he is making statements.
When did he say that? When did he say that, sir? One second.
Because well, if the Honorable
Mr. Gandhi, when did he say that?
Yeah, he's in the election campaign. He don't want to get elected from Rameshwaram.
No. You're quoting the Prime Minister. Please tell us when, where he said it. I have not come across. I have not read it. Please educate me and our viewers. If you're saying this with such authority, you must know when he said it.
If he is bold enough that he has made inroads into the state, then why can't he contest in Tamil Nadu? Point number one.
But sir, let's not put words in anyone's mouth. I don't think it's fair whether government or opposition to say that. Mr. Rajgopal, has the Prime Minister said this? I'm not aware of this. Are you aware of the Prime Minister saying such a thing?
Only to the ears of Pugar Gandhi, Prime Minister said, not in public.
Mr. Gandhi, tell us when he has said it. If you have the proof, please put it out. I'm not stopping you. Let's be a little responsible, though.
Let me also put it on record. When we talk about road shows, when we talk about road shows in Srinagar and Madurai,
we are asking a specific point. You said that he said, I will not contest from Rameshwaram. And for a particular reason. Please tell us when he said this.
Why did he say that? Why did he say that?
Let's stick to the facts.
I don't want to get in a state.
Why did he say that?
Sir, you have made the statement. We are just asking you to back it up with facts. That's all we have done. We are not putting words into anyone's mouth. Anyway, the point I also want to bring in Kapil Madan. Kapil Madan, the point being made over here is this. It's very interesting. Here you have Mr. Pawan Khera, who refers to last night's violence that we saw when Mr. Annamalai's rally did not end at 10 p.m. And they say that BJP has been a repeat offender when it comes to model code of conduct. But recently, we've seen the Election Commission actually pull up two Congress leaders, Supriya Shrinate and Mr. Surjewala, for violating the MCC. And they've even written to the party president at that point of time. So perhaps no political party can really claim the higher moral ground here. Kapil Madan?
No, Madhav, let me first respond to the topic of the discussion. And I must say here very, candidly that, people of the, South are extremely intelligent. They know their politics. They know what are the real issues on which they need to vote. And any attempt, an attempt that was made by the Honorable Prime Minister where He tried to, deviate the issues by referring to food choices of the leaders. I think this will backfire completely. And perhaps Annamalai is aware that this will backfire completely. That's the reason why Annamalai was stating to another journalist, who, there was some discussion on the non-veg food, and, Annamalai himself said, there is no problem, I will go with you. So people of,
that's
South,
not the subject of what we're discussing.
So no, the point we are discussing is the South politics, and I am making this, statement concerning our subject, that is the politics of the South. Now, insofar as the MCC violation is concerned, Madhav, BJP is the same party which started sending WhatsApp messages saying, claiming, and some messages about Viksit Bharat, etc. The election commission has to intervene. Now, their own leader in Meerut, who's contesting on the BJP ticket, he was also, seen taking, bringing in religion and, seeking votes, etc. So these are the issues which, the BJP flouts these kind of rules and regulations, model code of conduct. BJP flouts then and there. And if you'll see, and take out the facts, you will see countless number of violations done by BJP.
Okay.
I can name a few.
Okay, there are countless violations. In fact, Gopal Agarwal, I want you to come in on this. Was Mr. Annamalai in violation of the model code of conduct? While he says that the loudspeakers were off, the DMK insists that they were just pointing out to a complete departure from the MCC, which specifically says that loudspeakers should not be used at public meetings, processions, and such meetings will not be allowed to continue beyond 10 p.m. in the night and will be subject to further local laws, local perceptions of security. And that's why later on FIR was also filed following the violence. Gopal Agarwal.
Madhav, we have to understand that the model code of conduct, who is the watchdog for that? The election commission. If there is a violation, the DMK has reported their complaint to the election commission. The election commission will finally decide, but Annamalai has also clarified that there is no restriction on meeting per people individually. If the mic has to be stopped, that's what the MCC says.
Okay.
But ultimately, neither I can decide nor anybody else.
True, it is the election commission and the concerned authorities who will have to decide. Gopal Agarwal, Rajagopal and Pugar Gandhi, Advocate Kapil Madad, I'd like to thank all of you for joining us. And just an interesting bit of trivia as to why this is such an interesting seat. It's Coimbatore, the one seat where the BJP has won twice in 1998 and 99. It has won few other seats as well in Tamil Nadu, but the fact that it has won here twice, of course, makes it a very, very interesting contest. Of course, whether the BJP will be successful at the hustings in Tamil Nadu is entirely a different question. Thanks so much for joining us this evening.